How's it going, folks? This is Joseph Greer, and welcome to the Joseph Greer channel. It's hot as hell, alright? And it's been a fucking minute. It's been a few weeks. I wouldn't say a whole lot has happened. I've hung out with my buddy DJ for a little bit. But anyways, before I get into any of that shit, let's fucking pack a slip. I gotta fucking take a drink. I'm on the fucking shitter. No, I'm not taking a shit. I end up wearing one of my favorite shirts is, if you were to look down on it, it's pretty fucking stained. It's one I wear fucking working or not. And shit, and I wear it. Fucking if I'm going out, I don't give a shit. I mean, fucking fits. It's comfortable. I know it's not a mason jar, but this cup never gets fucking washed. The only thing that gets put in it is water. It's the shitter rooms cup, pretty much. It's my family got tired. One of my biggest pet peeves. They're more like, in the words of George Carlin, fucking psychotic hatreds. When people wash the cups I use regularly with soap. Soap, to me, I can taste the nasty ass fucking residue that leaves on the fucking cups. Glass, it's a lot easier. It doesn't stick, but to like plastics, it fucking sticks. Cause plastics are more porous than glass is. So it sticks a lot easier to fucking plastics than glass. But anyways, we're dipping on some fucking Copenhagen wintergreen. And then I'll get more into what's gone on. But anyways, my favorite shirt, I forgot to show you guys up. It says, everyone loves a big guy. I'm not a big feller. You can tell my face, I got a double chin. Still baby face. Got some of those fucking scruffy hairs coming in, but it's not too much to show. You can't fucking see it on camera. But anyways, fucking pack a slip and no vape today. Batteries charging. So, fucking I got a lot of dip balls right here. Dip nuggets. Call those dip fucking nuggets. But anyways, so if you're gonna pack a lip with me. Come on now, you know you want to. And if you don't like dip, fucking you're just watching this just because you think I'm cool, have some decent topics. Do what you're gonna do, man. I don't give a fuck. But if you want to try dipping, I suggest it. Go for it. But anyways, if dipping, vaping, whatever you're watching this video with, fucking get it ready. Let's do this shit. No, fucking. Dipping in the fucking front today. Will pack me a little flavor there. So, get that fucking shit out of the way. So what have I been up to? Nothing really much. I went to the doctor fucking finally. Alright. Since my last video, which was about 2 weeks ago. Maybe 3. I'm not entirely fucking sure. But my doctor had canceled on me twice in a row. 2 weeks in a row. And I'm taking a drug to help with appetite and weight loss. It's like speed. And it's a controlled substance, so it's called phetramine. And it's one of those substances that has meth in it. and you don't fuck with that without, a doctor saying, hey, it's alright. But it's to help me lose a little weight. It's a stimulant, so it does whatever it does like that. And, it's not totally the drug. It's not, it's a drug you can get addicted to because it gets you high because it also boosts your energy a little bit. But it's not one, like you can become self-reliant on it. But for me, really, the only drug per se I'm addicted to is kind of like nicotine, but it's not really an addiction. It's more of a commitment. I like it, and I am a stoner, and I'm not addicted to cannabis. No, I don't need it in my life. I just like drinking alcohol. It's kind of like that for me, but only I like marijuana better than alcohol. But that's just me. But in all fairness, I do like nicotine, and I quit smoking almost altogether. Once I started vaping, I kind of I tried smoke. I smoked 2 cigarettes after, and fucking tasted nasty as hell. Regulars always kind of had that taste, but even so more so now, and you know I like vaping better. And I like dipping a lot better than smoking, anyways. But I still like smoke, and I love gives me an added dose of nicotine. But not only that, because there's some times where when I was doing shit with DJs that I couldn't toss in a dip, or I didn't have dip and I had smokes, because I wasn't the only one that smoked in my family. And there's times where I had dip and didn't have smokes. And that's kind of what happened. And then I started doing them together because, I had them both together. So, so that kind of, how I started doing it together. And quite the last few months I was doing it quite frequently together. And it got to be shitty. Fucking made me feel horrible. And I was like, oh, let's try vaping. My brother bought a blue e-cig, which I highly not recommend doing. It'll get your foot in the door. You're like, this kind of makes me feel a lot better than smoking. But just go straight for e-cigs. Well, not e-cigs, vaporize. Not weed vaporizers, but oh fuck, something to do with an atomizer or a clearomizer or any of that choice. But just you find them at your gas station. They're refillable ones. They $20. Get your foot in the door. If you want to go, even better. Search around online, do some research, and you'll find something that's a little bit better than what you find at your local gas station. Right now, there's a lot of vape shops opening up. Just go talk to them. Talk to the cashier. Go in there, do some research before. If you got questions, go in there and ask them. That's one thing that I wish the dip community would have, is more of what the vaping community does. Now, Chubbs talked about this on Dip University, and after looking into it and doing it for almost a month, I found a lot of people are willing to be more helpful and less criticize you about what you're vaping on, what your stuff looks like. Like in the dipping community, people heavily criticize you based on what you spit in and what you fucking dip. In the vaping community, they don't fucking care. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get your haters, but in the dipping community or in the vaping community, there's a lot more love to it, and they're just trying. They're very helpful on information. I mean, if you got a question, a lot of the guys that do it on YouTube fucking will answer it, and they have a lot of forums. That I was looking on some of the forums because I didn't know half the shit they were talking about, so I researched it. And I looked on their forums, and a guy had a question, and it was a simple question, but he had a question and he asked, and nobody criticized him. Not that I saw. They're all trying to help him better understand and better, and just an all around better community, I guess. And that's what the dipping community has to start doing. Because they weren't putting him down because he didn't, or talk over him above his head. They just kind of explained it the way you expect a teacher to explain shit to you in school. I learned school's going to hell. Like high school and shit. They're starting to add computers into shit. A really fucking horrible idea in my opinion. Because they're trying to make it too much like college with integrating the class and stuff. But only you have to go to school and then log in. What the fuck's that shit? Why in the hell are you going to school to log into a fucking computer to track your records? And then they put all their shit online. That anymore. That's making it to where why in the hell would you want to go sit in a class for anywhere from 7 to 8 hours, or like sit in school for 7 to 8 hours when they're putting all that shit online? And basically it sounds like they're only there to answer fucking questions. Kind of ridiculous to me, but that's just my opinion. That's something I did learn this fucking week. But anyways, on the doctor subject, I know it's my little deal, but um, I know there's a lot. I'm thinking, but about the doctor thing, yeah, fucking the third time, my mom was pissed. All right. Because I don't fucking like going to the doctors by myself. Because usually when I go to the doctors, it's usually not for a social visit. It's usually usually not. I usually get bad news. But recently, every time I go to the doctor's office, I've been getting good news because I've been losing weight. Um, Not just through using the pill. Due to my own effort. I've cut down a lot of what I eat. I kind of calorie count. Not to where I'm micromanaging myself, but enough to where I've cut down, like, I've cut out soda. Really fucking horrible for you. It's okay every once in a while. I do have my cheat days. And that's okay, because, what anybody will do, and what any diabetic specialist will tell you is you don't cut out everything. Your body needs all those things to function properly. Like your body needs sugars. They just suggest don't eat a whole lot of them. Like candies and sweets and soda is a major one. And sugar in general, just don't eat a whole lot of it. But your body turns everything into sugar, kind of. But just sugary things, sweet things. And cut down on your cholesterol intake or your white foods. I don't know if cauliflower is in that subject, but like your potatoes, your rice, your pastas, your breads. Excuse me. That stuff, just cut down on that shit. Try switching to whole grains or whatnot. That's a little bit healthier for you. But that's something I knew long before this, but I didn't do it until I didn't sink in until now. And I've lost over the period of 4 months, about 4 months, I've lost 58 pounds, which is huge. I was almost I almost weighed 500 pounds in December of last year, which I never thought I'd get close to, but I did. And that alone was like, that was a big game changer for me. I'm like, fuck, I need to start doing this because it was starting to really affect my knees, which my knees are already fucking shot, but I used to be able to do a lot of things that I couldn't do in that. And now I'm starting to gain back more mobility. Um, going up and down my stairs. Sometimes if I go up them really too fast, like run up them, I get out of breath. But that's just me in general. Even when I was down to 300, 250, fucking running was not my strongest suit, and I was okay with that. Because I'm a slower kind of guy. I walk okay, you know. Most people go to walk a mile, 2 miles. They go, it takes them 30 minutes. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk 2 miles. And that's going at my pace, which my friend Ben put it the best way. He's like, Joe, when you walk, you take in everything that you walk by. He's like, because I used to walk with him, and I've told this story. But, anyways, well, let's keep this going. um, I walked with him after school because I'd go hang out at his house. He lived pretty close to the school, not too close, but far enough, close enough that no bus came to his near his house, but far enough it was kind of a little bit of a walk. And I had noticed things he didn't even notice, and he walked there every day. He's like, that's the kind of person I am. I take around my scenery, and that's the way I like my life. I'm not really a fast dealing person. I'm kind of impatient on some things, like things I don't really like waiting for. But you know, for a lot of things I do wait, like fishing. I got a patience of the saint, and then when they have to draw my blood, for the love of Christ, it's like a human pincushion. I'm like a human pincushion, because in one arm they absolutely can't get no blood out of there, and the other arm, well, this arm, my right arm, there's certain spots that they have to actually hit. If they listen to me, they'd hit them, but it's kind of iffy. They don't like to necessarily listen to me, but because I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about in my own fucking body. Big shocker, right? Don't you fucking hate that? You go to a doctor's office and they try to tell you how your body works, and you're going, dude, I've lived in this body longer than you've had your degree, and a lot longer than it took to get that degree. So I might know a thing or two about my own fucking body and how it works. Like people, big thing. You guys heard about the first time I saw a specialist. He tried telling me the only way to lose weight is with surgery. And I tried telling him that for me, it's not so much how it's easy to lose weight for me, but also at the same time, it's not as hard to lose weight. And it is when I'm not paying attention to it. And a lot of times, that's the problem with obesity in America is we don't pay attention to our calorie intake and what we put into our own bodies. You know, you eat shit, you get shit. Or like you say you eat like greasy, shitty food and then you feel like shit. Basically the same concept. um but that's something I learned. I learned this a long time ago. One week I did so much physical activity. I literally dropped 50 pounds. My mom was fucking amazed. She's like, how did you do that? Of course, I walked 10 miles a day for a solid week straight and then swam and did other shit on top of that. So I knew what my body could do. And, you know, it's shitty when someone tells you what your body can and can't do when you're like, I've seen what it can do, I know what it can do. But there are physical limitations and we gotta learn that. Just like physical, mental, and emotional things. We got to learn what we can take and what we can take. Because in the long run, if we test our limits, that's what we know, what we need to improve on, and what we need to work on. If we don't look at ourselves deep in, and as much as we look on the outside, then we don't know how strong we actually are. Because strength isn't measured by the strength. Oh, hold on. Back up. The strength of a man isn't measured by how much he can bench press or how strong he is physically. It's how strong he is emotionally and mentally. Because I've known some guys and seen some guys who are a lot physically stronger than me, but emotionally and how I judge their strength, they are not stronger than I am. I've been put to the test several times. Life is shitty but good like that. It's good at testing your limits on every aspect of you. And that's the way I look at it, and that's the way a lot of people should look at it. Just the way I look at losing weight. My doctor used to ask me how much did I want to lose, and my answer was always the same. As long as I'm not gaining a pound, I'm doing, I call that a good month. Because if I lose a pound, or if I gain a pound, I'm not doing my hardest, or I'm not trying my hardest at what I'm doing. And you always should try to be a better person than you were yesterday. And if I gain, it means I wasn't being better than I was before. And sometimes when you gain weight, it's not fat weight, it's muscle weight, and I understand that. And hell, if I lose fat weight into muscle weight, I'm okay with that. I understand that. And, you kind of get that. You know if you gained a pound and it's turned in, and it's not a fat pound but a muscle pound, you will fucking know that right away. I lost 13 pounds last month. Well, kind of a month and a half. And I would have lost more, but what I was doing was helping a buddy do work I haven't done a lot of in my entire life. And that's working on a farm, lifting hay bales while trying my damnedest. He makes it fucking look like it's easy. But doing more physical activity and putting on more muscle pounds in places that I haven't even used in God knows how long. And I knew that because what I felt like. Because we all know fat weight kind of makes you feel miserable, but muscle weight doesn't. And I'll tell you this, losing weight, my back hurts more than when I was fat. Even though when I was fat, it kind of hurt. It's just when you lose weight, you feel more pain, and it's kind of a teeter-totter thing. Like when you lose weight, problems arise that you didn't have when you were fat. I know plenty of people who will attest to that fucking story. But it's good to lose weight. But how you lose weight, it's a balancing act between all the stuff that like you love, and your physical exercise, and mental exercise. Because a lot of times, the reason for obesity and people getting fat is because emotionally they're drawn to eat when they're sad, and some eat when they're happy. Like they go, fuck yeah, I deserve a Snickers for whatever, Which I'm not saying is a bad idea, but when it becomes a natural habit, that's something you should only do when it's within your limits. Of like, say I live on a 2,000 calorie diet a day, which when I work and shit, I gotta bump up a little bit because I'm burning off more than what I'm intaking, which is good but bad. And we can get into all that subject, and if you want me to, comment that down below and I'll get into it with you guys. my opinion and what I've learned from about fucking 7, 10 years of going through all this shit, and it's now finally sunk in. Even though, well, personally sunk in, mentally and thinking wise, I already fucking had it locked in, but actually practicing what I was taught, and when someone had asked me, how do you do it, or pretty much like practice what I was preaching to other people who were kind of struggling with it. That's what I started doing. But, and that's one thing I was, when I was younger, I was fucking bugging people about their smoking. And then I started smoking. And then I learned with my body's like, fuck that, dude, stop that. Karma's a bitch. And Karma's like, dude, you need to stop smoking. Your lungs, bam, let's make your lungs hurt. Bam, stop me. And then I switched to something that was even better. And in fact, I like it a lot better. A lot more flavors, a lot better tasting flavors, and a lot healthier. Oh, one thing I did learn. If you're a smoker and you start vaping, your taste buds are going to be a little bit dull, so you're not going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot of flavor, like your first hit, or your first toke. That's a better way of saying it, toot. Every so often. Don't worry about it. I learned this. The flavor starts to come back. Really, just give it about a week or so, and you'll start to taste more and more of the flavor after every toot. And that's what I'm doing now. I started tasting more and more of the flavor, and if you dip and vape, you get to taste the flavor a lot more because your taste buds are picking up a newer flavor every time you toot, other than what you got in your lip. Kind of a good experience, but on a whole different subject. Oh, I saw Fast and the Furious 7. Badass fucking movie. Loved it. Great ass ending. From what I saw, they're definitely going to make an 8. Hope they do. But the ending was really good. Fucking Vin Diesel did a fucking fantastic job for memorial for Paul Walker. Great ass ending to that. Loved it. I highly recommend it to people. More on the rock picking, an update on the rock picking. Hopefully I start Wednesday to Thursday. Yeah, it's been fucking 2 weeks. But kinda had to work with my buddy's schedule because he's like the foreman. He's actually the one that got me the job. We got it locked down. We got the job for the rock picking locked down from the guy who we're rock picking for. But there's been some complications, both mechanical and my buddy's schedule. So hopefully we can start doing that so that guy can start doing his business, what he's going to do at the field. But anyways, my shoutouts go to Dragon Dipper 22. Great fucking feller. Go fucking watch him. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe if you haven't. Let's go with the Copenhagen man. Great, makes good reviews. I'm not sure if he's a foreigner, if he lives somewhere else, but he's someone in there. So in the mix, change up shit. Let's go with the Skull Cross Dips. She makes fucking great ass videos. Cool ass person to watch. Always has some to talk about. Never boring. Let's see, who else? JD Hewitt, fucking always keeps it real. Fucking great ass dude to watch. Who else? Fucking A, dude. I lose my train of thought. I get to thinking and then nothing comes up. But fucking Big Dipper Zach. Go check that fucker dude. Go check out that dude. He makes great ass fucking videos. Always a pleasure to watch. Who else? And anybody I missed. Go check them all out. They all make fucking great videos. And always remember to keep a can handy and a pen and fucking Always keep a can handy and a lip pack because life is better with a pinch. I'll see you all later.